Hi hoy. Hi. Hi, how are you? How is everybody? How are we doing? Let's go over here. Let's just go over here right off the bat. Hmm. Music is a little bit loud. Let me fix that. Okay. There we go. There we go. That's better. Had my gain turned down. Anyway, hello everybody. Uh this is just going to be a chill stream. We're just going to hang out. We're going to do some homework. I'm good. I'm good. I had an oral presentation in Japanese class today. Um, and it went pretty good. Oral? Yes, oral with my mouth. Oh, I made mouth noises, and my teacher said, "Oh, you did a good job." Um, so I also had some pretty good conversations, and I had a really good conversation in Mandarin class today. So that's how I gauge a good day. Is did I get to use languages nicely? And I did. Um, Sorry I haven't been streaming. I've had a lot of I've had a lot of quizzes. Like I had to practice for the oral exam. Because it's a whole like go up and stand in front of the class type thing, and I'd like to be like at least somewhat pera pera about it. Mocha, Mocha, what have we said about using those words? Not okay. School is kicking everyone to the curb already. I'm I'm actually doing pretty good. School is going well. I'm just trying to make your day better. I respect the gumption. Let's see. Is this gonna just work? Camera. Oh, thank you. Thank you, twins, for giving Neon a sub. Oi, thank you, but oi. There we go. Look, there's my hands. Haha. There's my hands. There's a pen. These are Chinese characters. The Japanese decided to use them at some point. It's all been downhill from there. Um, but yeah, we've got some homework to work through tonight. And I figure I'll just do my homework with you guys now. I'm sure this is a bag of potato chips. Do I have an apple? I don't have an apple. I ate my last apple the other day, I'm pretty sure. You're feeling threatened. I don't know what to do about that. I'm sorry. I'm not a real professor. I've been faking it. I'm actually just here to like pretend to be a professor and yeah. I've told the story about how like one of the biggest like head highs, the biggest rushes I've ever had was I snuck into somebody else's art history class and started answering questions. Um an art history lecture, and I was just like, I'm gonna sneak in. There's like 100 people in this class. I'm gonna pretend I belong here and just start being like the star student. Oh my god, it was like, oh, it was. I No, I was not like Reagan. I was not like Reagan. I knew what I was talking about. I'm not salt splashing my way through university. I have an education. Unfortunately, I did spec into like the sort of things you would learn if you were like a court nobility, like an advisor to the king 100 years ago or more. And poisoning goblets, maybe. I feel like I would be so. I'm gonna be so for real. I would be so happy being the guy who gets to stand next to like the head of state and be like, the delegation from blah 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 is doing this, and it means they're requesting your attention. Blah, 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 blah. That would be perfect. Anyway, this is one of the ways you get good at Japanese. You just copy down Chinese characters over and over again. Um, for fun. This isn't an assignment. My liege, the time has come to strike down the rebellion in the Western Territories. They're tearing themselves apart over amazing digital circus ships as we speak. What's going on with the amazing digital circus these days? I watched the first episode and I was like, huh, that was cool, and then I haven't checked in on it. Oh boy, the okay so 3 episodes left. I keep seeing some frog twink. There's a frog. I The rabbit is trans. Really? Also, I think one of the characters asked canonically to be able to perform coitus in the circus, and Kane said no. Oh my god, it's fucking ain't family friendly. Anyway, let me get started. We've got some Chinese characters to copy. That's crazy. Wow. Anyway, this first character is one that all of you edge lords. Oh god, my handwriting's so bad through a camera. Hold on, can I wait? Oh, that feels so weird. Looking at the screen and then writing through it. Oh, that feels ooh. But yeah, this first character is one that all of you edge lords should know, because this is the character for death. Ugh. Yeah, as a verb, it's shinu, which is grammatically interesting, actually, because it is the only currently extant new verb in the Japanese language. There are no other verbs in the modern corpus that end in nu. More intimately familiar with the character for your mother. I'm sorry. Leon, we've talked about this. You're supposed to tell me. Yeah, my mother is currently off in Canada with her millionaire friend that could have been my stepfather, but she didn't have the gumption to step up and grab him before he got married. So yeah. But they're still good friends, though. Still, though, would have been nice to have a millionaire as a stepdad. I'm just saying, regardless of his of anything that he's like. I mean, just the financial security. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if we're just gonna talk like material conditions, could have been nice. God, I am so glad she doesn't watch my streams. I don't think my mother even knows what Twitch is. Because I always have to use like very evasive, like vague terms when I talk about what I do for fun and kind of for a living. Um, because she doesn't really understand computers. So I have to say like, "Oh yeah, you know that place where I stream." I'm an anime bunny boy on the internet. Yeah, she understands that. She understands that I am an anime character on the internet. That much she gets. And by the way, this character, its onyomi is eat, and it means like idea, or it can mean message in certain contexts. So like with this one down here, chu, uh, chui. Chui is attention. So, and then chui or hiku means like to draw one's attention. So like, if you want to be super cringe, you can say something like, あなただけ注意を引きました。You alone caught my attention. Yes, very very useful word. 注意 can also mean like attention in the sense of like attention, like caution. So oftentimes on like warning signs, you'll see like 注意, 何何何何 This one is aji or mi, and it means flavor. Um, but it has like some other weird meanings. So like imi. Imi is let me double check because it's one of two things. Yeah, imi means meaning. Um for some reason the word for flavor gets used a lot for like that sort of thing. Like the gist of something is its flavor. Um and then on its own it's pronounced aji. So like その味はいいですよ. Like that flavor is good. This one is natsu. It means summer. I don't know how they pick the kanji. Oh god, that's awful. No, that's unacceptable. Um I don't know how they pick the kanji for each chapter. What I do know is that these ones up here, we've had 3 quizzes this week. Like, or we are having 3 quizzes this week. Because we had a kanji quiz on Monday, and then today we had an oral quiz, and then on Friday we're having this kanji quiz. And kanji quizzes are fun because you get to feel really smart. Oh god, that's so. Oh my god. Oh my god. What are you doing? All right, just do it through. Oh, that's terrible. That is awful. Oh my god. That's a little better. Keeps you in the top too long, though. That's a little bit better. I do find it funny that the last message in chat is, "Did we just die?" and no one said anything since. That is, I killed you. You're dead. I predicted correctly, I guess. This is fish. It's sakana. Or I think gyo. Because goldfish is like kingyo. I've never been very good at writing this character very well. This top hook part is always hard for me. It's like, and then I make the box too small or something, and it doesn't even look like a fucking fish. Yes, you're sleeping with the fishes. Sakana to nemuru. Which I don't think is an actual phrase in Japanese. Mm. This is dera. Tera. O tera. It means temple. And it shows up in a lot of characters as like a component. So like the character for time is like Ji, and it's the sun next to that. So the actual word for time is jikan. Like that. But this is pronounced tera, and then if it's in a compound word, it usually undergoes something called rendaku, which is sequential voicing, which is when a Japanese word forms a compound with another Japanese word. And I mean Japanese as in like uh it's called a wago. So like native Japanese words as opposed to kango, which are Chinese imported words. So like chui is kango, literally Han word. And so that's a word that was imported from China. Tera is wago, which means that it is native Japanese. And so, in words like there is a temple in Kyoto called Kyomizu Dera, and the Dera is what happens when Tera undergoes rendaku. You voice the first syllable, so it turns the T into a D. This one is Hiro, and it is in the adjective hiroi, which means like large or vast. So like hiroi heya means a huge room. I just stretch my back a little bit. I don't want you to tighten up. I don't know what happened to me, but recently in my life, I've been dealing with a lot of aches and pains, and my body kind of like locks up if I sit for too long. It is not fun. Past the age of rubber hose physicality, my friend. The desk gets to you. Source, I have been gotten by the desk. It sucks. I've also I think I've been developing like some arthritis in my knee or something because it hurts most days now. And it's not fun. Sorry to hear. It is what it is. I think I have an idea of what's caused it. Uh the uh the skin condition that I have can it's an autoimmune disorder and it can manifest internally. So I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. So ideally, if I study really hard and get a really good job, I will be afforded the privilege of having health insurance. And when that happens, I can go back on some medicine for it, and I can fix my shit. Isn't this system lovely? Anyway, look at that. It's almost a whole page. Let's see. I think that might be it for my homework, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Because I have this, but I don't think we've learned this yet. But I can. We can give it a shot, actually. Hold on. Complete the dialogues using. ただどうですか? Okay, so I was reading around in the book earlier, and ただどうですか is a fixed expression. Let me find it. Yeah, there we go. It is a fixed expression, and it attaches to the plain past form of a verb, and gives it the nuance of like, why don't you do this? So this this affords us the opportunity to talk about the plain past form of verbs. It's a bit complicated, but we'll do it together. So, can I have some paper? I want to do this properly. Use some fancy paper. Can you have some paper? I said, do I have some paper? Ugh. Let's see. What do I have? We'll use something fat. Yes, you hallucinated. You heard what you wanted to hear. Just like earlier when you thought I said something really sexy. So, the That's a terrible te. That's a little better. The te form is a conjunctive form, so it is a way that you can link two things together. I think we talked about it last time. It's important because it lets you form the simple past of a verb. So, it's a little bit complicated, but bear with me. For 5-row verbs ending in ru, u, or tsu, it falls off, and you add te. This little tsu is a breathe, so you like tsukaru, tsukuru, tsukuru becomes tsuku de. Verbs ending in su turn to shite. Ku goes to ite. Gu goes to ide. Bu. Bu, mu, and nu all turn to nde. And then
Some
common
people
verbs.
are more bottom than others.
Something. Hello. 2 years. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful having you around. I'm sorry. I need to blow my nose. I'm sniffly today. Out of curiosity, what other languages are you interested in? Do you have a preference towards lithographic languages? So, languages I've studied. In primary school, I took French. I've retained basically none of it. I can kind of read simple French, and I can pronounce the noises that French requires. In what do you call it? Like middle school, I had Spanish. In high school, I took Chinese for 4 years, and then I did an intensive independent study of Spanish for in I did like 2.5 years in one semester. I can pronounce the noises that French tries to pass off as a language. And then in college, I took German. I took a single class of Chinese. And I took a single class of Arabic, which was very poor quality. I was very unhappy with my Arabic class. And now in college 2, I'm in Japanese and Chinese. And so these are the languages I've studied in an official capacity. I'm going to sound like such a tryhard. The languages that I have looked at with any level of serious interest. College 2 is so much better than College 1. I'm loving College 2. I have observed with some level of interest. I've studied Latin. What else? I did like a couple weeks of Hungarian, but I've totally forgotten all of it. Um, I've tried to learn Dutch a few times. Uh, Finnish a few times. Briefly made eye contact with Finnish across a crowded room. I I've done that with Welsh, like very very briefly. Um, I learned like basic Welsh pronunciation and like some Welsh grammar, and that's about it. Welsh is fine for the Welsh. No one else needs to worry about it, but it's so fun. Um, yeah, finish. I have found that from first principles, I can kind of read Italian. Uh, like from exposure to Spanish, I can sort of read Italian. Uh, is there any rhyme or reason to why you chose those languages? Sometimes a language will sound a certain way and the mood will strike me. Or I'll just be like, I'll be like, I have an extra hour. Why don't I acquaint myself with the rudiments of another language? Um, so like there's a laundry list of languages that I can speak at about from like an academic perspective. Um, I've looked at Thai. Thai is a fucking monster of a language that scares me a little bit. Uh, Russian. I can comprehend the letters of the Cyrillic alphabet. Uh, that makes sense. That's us with Gaelic and Greek. Yes, I can. I can read Greek, but not like read, but like I know how to pronounce the letters. Um, Gaelic, I have an understanding of it at a technical level. I I know how the language is supposed to work, and that's about it. I don't purport to know how to make any how if presented with a if presented with an Irish sentence. I don't know if I would be able to pronounce it because the phonology is so aberrant. Um, if you present me with a Brahmic script, any script from the Indian subcontinent, I've looked at enough of them where I would probably be able to work my way through what sounds are happening. Um, and then like every once in a while, I'll be like, "Oh, I've got a free afternoon. What is Armenian like?" I have like one talent, and that's about it. So I like to. You've been learning Nomai recently too. I have. I have. I don't mean to. I don't mean to brag, but I think I'm getting pretty good. I have multiple talents. Okay, listen. All of my talents have to do with the production of language. I just want to interact with other people. Like, I make videos because I like making noises. I learn languages because I like talking to people. But when you do have a free hour, how do you dive into learning a language? Where do you start? Oh, there's a million video tutorials about how to learn the rudiments of any language. You pull that up. You pull up the Wikipedia article on the other side. You pull up like an academic journal on the third monitor, and you just start eating. Like the amount of bus rides home during my first time in college where I would just have up the Wikipedia article for some random language's grammar is pretty embarrassing. Like, I don't know. I could have been doing something else, like, I don't know, scrolling Twitter. Nemo's idea of a fun hobby is creating a university course for himself. That is what that is. Fuck. Fuck. Oh no. Oh no. I'm a fucking caricature. Anyway, regular ichidan verbs. Can I remember the Japanese the character? It's doshi. I'm talking, and it's a word, so that's ichidan doshi. There we go. Hello, Vivi. Hello, hello. Do you find yourself preferring media in different languages too? I like to joke that I haven't listened to a song in English in years. Um, the wild Nemo is frail and does not thrive outside the safety of the university. I don't. I don't. I am at my peak when I am in a university. Anyway, one line verbs. Those are the standard ru verbs. Uh, the ru falls off and you add te. This is where the name comes from. So like to see is mite. What the fuck was that? That unacceptable. Too many lines. The eye has collapses. The eye is collapsing. It sees too much. I need an eraser. That's embarrassing. None of you saw that. Anyway, there we go. That's gorgeous. Miru means to see. Mite is the te form. And the te form The te form is also for informal, semi-polite requests. So like in like anime, you hear people go like "mite mite," which means like, "Hey, look." Um, so why have I taught you the te form if we need to know the simple past? Uh, because this is how you form the simple past. Uh, whatever te is there, it knocks off and becomes ta or da. Uh, so like miru. The simple past of miru is uh, mita. This turns into a ta. For these ones, it's da. Like if it's voiced, it's da. Uh, so like shinu, to die, becomes shinda. The simple past is a myth. It was actually much more complicated back then. Yes. This is why there are multiple past tense in Japanese. So the simple past negative is a little bit more complicated. Um, it usually is some form of nakatta. So like miru, mite, mida, mi, na, ka. Go, I'll stop. Ta. Minakatta. And for the purposes of today's homework, you take that and you affix uh, dado deshita. So we've shown all of our work, and we can now form the compound form mina ka ta do desu ka. Which means, why don't you look? So, watching your streams, I'm really struck with how much easier learning a language must be if you actually know what the different grammatical bits of a language are. I could not tell you what a participle is or a gerund. Uh, yes, actually. That makes life a lot easier. I usually say I did not understand English until I learned Chinese. Um, by the way, gerund is when you use a verb as a noun. So, Jumian. Ooh. Send a resume. Uh, Send a resume to the company. So, uh, company is Kaisha. Uh, Funny enough, these characters in the opposite order is society. Society. And that's actually the same word in Chinese because Chinese borrowed it. So like I majored the first time in sociology, which in Chinese is 是会写 uh society studies. So 会社 ni because it's going. I think it's either ni or de. I'm not smart enough to know which. My ex is half Japanese and once saw me trying to draw kanji into Google Translate and was equal parts amused and horrified by my stroke order, which could best be described as creative. Yes. Top to bottom, left to right, inside before outside, and things that cut things in half go last. And also enclosures get happen last. So like so you work this direction basically. So like the traditional character for country, which is guo in Chinese or kuni. You do this part. So you've worked this way. Now you have to do the inside. You do the top. This is part of it. You work down and then you close it off. China is another good example. You do the box first, and the boxes have 3 sides, and then this part cuts through the rest of it, so it goes last. And then, like, way or road is like this. So you write this part first, and then you close it off. You do the walking. This is a simplified version of this. Sort of. Not really. It's a different character, but they mean the same thing. It's complicated. Uh, this is technically a character in its own right, but nobody uses it for that. It's just that this character just means that part of a character. It's stupid. Anyway, Kaisha resume is let me check. Directional. Jesus Christ. Let me work up to writing this properly. That This right here, bad, bad. Warui. Terrible. Reki means history. Like rekishi. No. Forget how to write she. There's something here and it looks vaguely like that. Means history. And then write it. There we go. Direkshol. There we go. I need more accuracy. Direkshol. And then send is okuru. And it ends in ru. But it's a godan verb. So ru becomes da. And then nakatta. Nakatta. Dado desu ka? God, that's long. 初めてデートするんです。What do you do for your first date? Go to a stylish restaurant. Stylish is おしゃれな。What is restaurant? Restaurant? How the fuck do you spell restaurant in English? Oh, it's restaurant. Gross. Yeah, restaurant. おしゃれなレストランに I have to look up to go. Iku. What is Iku's simple past negative? Ikanakatta. Osharena restaurant ni ikanakatta do desu. Ikanakatta do desu ka? Oh, God, my handwriting's so bad.夏があるので風邪かもしれません。Stay home. What is stay home? It's not kairu. Let me check. Oh, you use iru. So, ie or uchi. Uchi ni na katta da do deke dekakenai. Konbanwa. Hello, Al. How are you? Oh, I've completely forgot. I looked at Korean for a while. Stay home. Let me get you a shout out. Tiny keyboard. There we go. What do we have here? Testo no seiseki ga warui katta desu. Kattan desu. Consult with a teacher. I don't know that word. I gotta check a dictionary. Actually, okay, let's check the official Genki vocabulary. What word do they want me to use? Change. Cheat on an exam. N. Soden suru. Suru is special. Soden suru. Sodan suru. It's the Zatsudan no za. What's the simple past of suru? Simple past negative. Shinai? Is it Shinai? Shinakatta. sensei. Is it to? Where? Sensei to.
Hey, in case you hadn't noticed, you're being
Aito,
rated.
hello. Also, thank you for the stretch. Yes, hello, Aito. How are you? How are you doing? Damn, you did give me my paycheck. You get paid nothing. Uh, Shina kata ra shinakatta ra dou desu ka? There we go. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to run an ad because I need a break and I worked through my last one. So I will be right back. Hi hoy. I'm back. I snuck downstairs and I found my very last apple that I thought I had already eaten. Because I heard from a certain twin that they're supposed to be good for your voice. They also ward off doctors. Good point. A scourge upon our country. The doctor, the roving gangs of doctors. Okay. Last one. I'm going to do part 2 tomorrow on my own time because it seems like it is past the ability that I have to stretch my brain while also streaming. But Saifu o nakushitan desu. So I lost my wallet. Go to the police. Keisatsu. What would that be? Would that be like talk to the police? Keisatsu o hanasu. Keisatsu to hanasu. Because it's green apples that help. Damn! It was a red apple. I'll have to buy a green apple next time I'm at the store. And indulge. Also, I got yelled at the other day by 2 people currently in chat because I admitted to something that I did not realize was as strange as it is. So, I've realized I never explained the recording process I used to have for my old audios. Caveat, it's changed now. I'm better. So, scripts, right? Scripts on your phone. This is my phone. It's wood grained. Are you surprised? I didn't want to hold it up, and I didn't want to read scripts off my laptop because my laptop at the time made a lot of noise. It had like a full graphics card in it, so the fans were always loud. So actually, what I would do is when I was recording on the Rode NT USB, it has a 10-foot long cable, so I would just hide it in my closet. But then the problem is I don't have the script in front of me, and I don't want to like hold up my script because that moves my arm in a certain way, and I feel like I can't breathe as well. So what I did was I memorized my scripts like a stage play and would perform them over and over again until I could get them in one go. And what made this worse was that my house was, again, 100 years old. So the floors would scream if I shifted my weight too much. So I would have to sit there completely still and perform a stage play in my head from memory. Thereby defeating the one advantage the radio play has over the stage play, and that everyone can have their lines in front of them and production speed can go much faster because nobody has to remember things because they can read. And then I wonder why it took forever to make videos. Now, since then, I have found a solution. I bought a clamp that goes on the top of my microphone stand, and I have this. This is a USB-C to USB-A dongle. So I plug that in, and then I have that, which is the dongle for a wireless mouse. So I have this down by my side, and I can go into my notes app and I can scroll without making noise. I hadn't. How was a clamp not an investment? But the field recorder was. Don't make fun of my overpriced, poor decision. My H6 is beautiful and healthy and way too big, and I invested in it because it allowed me to get over the issue of having the laptop on. Because then I could have no computers on in the room, nothing was actively cooling, and it was just the microphone and the recorder. I also may have not realized that clamps like that existed. I was young and stupid, and don't make fun of me. God, I need this bigger. How the fuck do you write Keisatsu? Oh god, it's so hard. Me when I see a cute person, regardless of gender. Keisatsu. And then to reveal. Keisatsu to. That's not to, that's te. What is it? Keisatsu to hanashikata. That's so. What am I doing? Keisatsu to. Hanasakata? Hanasu. Yeah, hanasakata. Hanasakata ra to desu ka. There we go. Leave. Oh god, what are. In centuries to come, academics will study Nemo's behavior and determine that it probably had some religious or spiritual purpose. He's clearly hurting himself for like, he's mortifying his flesh clearly. Inside of all recorders are two wolves. One records on a blue Yeti. One records like he's filming a documentary on penguins. Yes. Also, I will not leave your blue Yeti alone. It takes great restraint not to strangle you when you mention that horrid device. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We've just met and we're being friends, so we're not at that point yet. I have to be nice. Please understand, the Blue Yeti is a very bad microphone that is prone to falling apart. Yes, occasionally. What of it? There's nothing wrong with a loving strangle between friends. Blue Yeti. Ugh. it's not a good microphone in terms of microphone, like, there are so many things that can go wrong with it. The internal gain has a really bad habit of breaking down, like the circuitry just kind of falls apart and you get this awful whine. It happened to Vivi's Blue Yeti like 6 months into owning it. It was crazy. But yes, I have to introduce you to the beauty of XLR microphones and give you the disease of microphone infatuation. I have to spread it. We've owned the same Blue Yeti since 2019. You have a pre-pandemic Blue Yeti? Yes, you will something. If I will see that day if it's the last thing I do, damn it. What's wrong with a headset mic? Nothing. But something streams with one. Listen, I love my friends. I love when people make noises with their mouths. And I want to hear the mouth noises in the highest fidelity reasonably possible. I don't think that's so wrong. I don't think that's a crazy thing to want. Let me get a good look at you. Look. It sounds kind of horny, not gonna lie. No. I have undying, unwavering love for all of my friends, and I love their voices, and I want to hear them as good as possible. And I won't let anyone get in the way, especially not a fucking Blue Yeti microphone. And if that means I have to kill a Blue Yeti, or 100, or 1,000, then so be it. Anyway. What do you mean arc? I have a button for that. Oh, wait, you haven't seen. I have a whole bunch of buttons. Let's look at my buttons real quick. I can do this. I have toggles. I have my Yan toggle. Man. Turn it off. No. Anyway, I can also do this. I think they stack. Oh, thank you. Did I dismember someone again? It happens regularly. The dismemberment will continue until morale improves. Subs of hatred, a likely story. Whose morale? My morale. I'll kill 1,000 Blue Yetis before I let this company die. What else do I have? Oh, the normally we're a rabbit, but I do have this actually. It's not as good, but it is there. I can do this. Eh? What? No, I didn't hear you. Um, I have this because I used to have chronic. I used to have chronic nosebleeds. um, I can cry. Why would you do that? Why would you record with a Blue Yeti? I thought you were better than that. You have not seen the crying Nemo? Aren't men beautiful when they cry? I can do this. That doesn't do anything anymore. Oh. I almost forgot about this one. I wish this was better, but it's still pretty cool. Repeat after me. I will not record audio on a Blue Yeti microphone. I will not record audio on a Blue Yeti microphone. You always forget about the watches? Yeah, I've got a ton of them. I always know what time it is. And I have one last thing, which is for legal reasons, this is a sneeze. You don't use the coin one very much. You should. It's sneezed. I the issue I have with the coin is that we couldn't figure out a way. We couldn't figure out a way to have it be like a continuous animation. So it's like it's timed, so I can't control when it ends. I really wish I could have had it so that I could just turn it on and then decide when it turns off, because I feel like that would have been way more versatile. Hold on 1 second. I have to make a note of something real quick. There we go. But yeah, if it had been like a continuous perpetual animation, I'd be using that thing all the time. Director Nemo, hypnotist villain VTuber, creator of the Yandere Hypno audio on YouTube, available now, where I do terrible things and call you a good girl. Yes, sir. Still gender neutral. But alas, it was not to be. Perhaps in the next model, in the next life. I will have that. I would really like that. I wonder if there would be a way to get, like, to commission, like, a transparent GIF of just the arm that I could use for, like, video purposes. Because I feel like that would be so fun. Let me put my ears back on. There we go. Ooh, that's another thing. I also have the incredibly rare Nemo toggle. Almost never observed. I have a hat. It looks kind of weird, but I have a hat. My Etta, my model mama, was like, he looks cold. He needs a hat. And then just kind of threw one on as a little treat. This is my coat. God, I always forget how huge my hands are, and I was like, ah, yes, my character is fucking mindless self-indulgence. Because messing with hand people is fun. Yaoi hands confer. I mean, look at that. Fuck. These got fucking grabbers. Hand people. Sienna's just sneezed. Yeah, I have no doubt. Yeah, another thing. I really love my little name badge. I feel like it's not on screen enough, but the physics are so good. It makes me so happy. For the longest time, the part that says Nemo said something else. It said like pupil motif because I had written that next to the symbol, and Etta is Chinese and doesn't speak English and didn't know what it meant. And so I had to send back 2 revisions, and eventually, like, I had to say to the translator, I had to. Fortunately, I know Chinese, so I had to be like, no, it's that says Yanjing Itu. It's not supposed to say that on the badge. Yeah, the little minimal Nemo, Minimo. I also did not. I was not in charge of the fucking down the leg dick strap. That was also my model mama. Um. Yeah, I like my model. I like my model a lot. I think he's cute. He appeals to my love of evil white-haired men. Would it even be a VTuber model if it didn't have at least one purposeless strap? That's true. We love our asymmetry. We love our straps. Um, He's so cute. Let me put these back on. You guys want a dull? Let's boogie. Food guesser me. Flour tortilla, refried beans, queso doro, sour cream, scrambled egg, hot sauce, ground meat, pickles, onions. This feels like... I feel like Mexico would be a red herring. This feels like American food. Warm. But not Borders. Good night, Melkor. I don't know, Honduras? Holy shit. They're calling me the very best. Chicken shallots, garlic, red chili peppers, candle nuts, turmeric, ginger, galangal, lemongrass, kaffir lime leaves. This is giving Thai food. Cool? What? I don't know. Sri Lanka? Indonesia. Huh. Ayam bumbu ruyak. Ruyak is like a spicy fruit salad. What is this? Peanuts, sweetened condensed milk, sugar, chocolate powder, butter, cocoa powder, crystallized sugar. This feels like Mexican food. Cold. Argentina. Brazil? Brazil. We are still vastly superior to other people. I am satisfied. It's time for Scran. The true food game. Scrandle looks different now. Ooh. Giant Yorkshire pudding. Hot damn. Hold on 1 second. We can change it to USD. Oh no, I missed the opinion one because it was like, oh, you've already seen it. Damn it. Yorkshire pudding should robbed. Hold on, can I bonus round. Bonus round. Footlong sausage roll. Chicken tenders and chips with garlic and Parmesan sauce. $13.40. Or a fucking... I don't know if it's for short, but that guy is struggling to get his hand around this thing. That's a big burrito. And this just looks like lumpy snow cheese. The bovril in the background. That one is the most northern. Lovely bovril. Delicious meat tea. I'm just in time for Scran. Yes, you are. Hello, Mocha. Hi. You were playing Date Everything? Oh my god, that's so cool. I should change the we are just chatting. Who's your favorite so far? Do you have a favorite? Guess who's your favorite character so far? There. Is it the coffee bar? Is the coffee machine? Is it the coffee girl from Down Under? Do you like tea? Do you like beef? Do you wish that they were more similar for some unfathomable reason? Bovril. Kopi is great, but I think I like Mac a lot right now. Which one is Mac? Like, what is... I'm not good with names. That's fucking ridiculous. I hate that. Your computer. Oh, I haven't met the computer yet. I haven't done the computer. What is this? Okay, beef kofta. $16. Sonoran hot. Why is it green? Why is it green? It's green. No. Sausage and rice cake skewer or lasagna. Is this how the English spell lasagna? Really? Is that not how it's spelled? Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Huh? Okay, so there was something wrong with it. I got so confused. My fucking lasagna. Doesn't look like a good lasagna. I'm not doing well. Beef noodles with a pint of Asahi, $7.24, or a bhaji burger. It's this. What? You're an idiot. Pie, mash, and gravy, Lebanese chicken flatbread. I'm just getting them all wrong now. That's the goal. Chicken burger and chips, $12.72. Sweet chili lime shredded chicken flatbread. Can we get them all wrong? Donuts and crepes. Hog roast bowl. That looks very good. Breakfast wrap. 2 sausages, bacon, egg, hash brown, and cheese. As it should be. Fucking Hungarian onion bread. What are those? Stripped prawn? What is a stripped prawn? Look at that. Perfect score. I fucking hate the onion bread. I feel like there's an important piece of context missing from these, but it's not just what would you rather eat, but what would you rather eat on a cold, dreary morning in Birmingham while watching your team lose 3-0? What would comfort you during your most trying time? Your dark night of the soul. Pie, mash, and gravy. Oh, we can favorite now. What else is there? Let's do time guesser. All right. What are we doing? Is this... Station... English speaking... Malawi. There we go. Malawi. I think this is the capital? No. What's the capital of Malawi? Oh, that's now. The Malawian general election. The year was also written on the ballot. Oh. Spain? Wait, is this... Richard Nixon. I'm going to guess this is in Spain. When was Richard Nixon president? When the fuck did Watergate happen? Watergate was in the 70s, yeah? Or was it the 80s? Fucking 84? 70. Shit. Oh, I'm a fraud. Where are we? Palm tree. Something was right. It turns out that the flags are difficult to distinguish when they're in black and white. There's a palm tree here. Wait, are we... Are we in Algeria? Is this the French Foreign Legion? In like... I don't know, 1924? What the fuck? What the hell? What's going on? when I was a student in Swansea. I thought it was Belgium. What the hell? That's okay. We're in the UAE. We're probably in Dubai. I actually, so only 10% of the population of the United Arab Emirates is actually Emirati. On a random beach in Pennsylvania when I was a child, I met one of them. And I had no idea how crazy that was because, like, looking back on it now, that kid was like, that kid would have had access to a significant sovereign wealth fund. And it's like, oh, we're in a different tax bracket, aren't we? Is this like 20, 24, 23, 14? Bridgestone Arena. Presented by Fifth Third Bank. Fuck, where's Miles from? Whose hockey team is the Sabertooths? Oh my god, it's the Nashville Predators. Really just unfortunate name. I don't know where the arena is for them. I don't know, 2016? 2012. Nashville Predators fan taking a sledgehammer to a car decorated with the logo of the rival Detroit Red Wings during a pre-game rally outside Nashville's Bridgestone Arena before Game 2 of the first round of the 2012 NHL playoff series. Predators lost 3-2. Yes, there is a hockey team in Tennessee. It makes zero sense. I don't get it. And of all they're called the fucking Predators. All right. Give me the connections. How was the connections today? Picture pepper, potato, brain, prune, talk, Sharpay, litter, flick, sprinkle, feature, tooth, 16, cray paper, scatter, and film. Pepper, litter, sprinkle, scatter. Sharpay, cray paper, prune, and brain. Things with folds. Wrinkly things. Flick, feature, picture, and film. 16, talk, potato, and tooth. Sweet. Sweet potatoes, sweet 16, sweet talk, and sweet tooth. Light work. Easy. No drama. That was That was a good connections. I liked that. Let's play the Game of Kings. Fantasy worlds, fictional countries, fictional Disney locations, fictional elements introduced in 1904, fictional islands, Peter Pan, utopian fiction. Is this Never Neverland? Companions of the Order of Fiji. That goes hard. Doping cases in golf. Fijian Hindus, Fijian male golf. I don't know anything about golf, Fiji, or golfers from Jacksonville. Golfers from. It's not Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is because Tiger Woods, his dad is an African American, his mother is Thai, right? I have no idea. Vijay Singh. I know nothing about golf. (1960s) instrumentals, 1962 debut singles, songs. Booker T and the MG songs. Never heard of it. Grammy Hall of Fame award recipients. Songs written by Al Jackson Jr. Songs written by Booker T. Jones. Songs written by Steve Cropper. Stax Record Signals. The Blues Brothers songs. United States National Recording Registry recording. I have no idea. I'm never going to get this. Green Onions. What? I don't know anything about music. I'm sorry. 1840s debut novels, fantasy novels, British novels, Gothic novels, British novels adapted to films, British novels adapted into operas, British novels adapted into television shows, EastEnders. Fiction about suicide, about unreliable narrator, frame stories, ghost novels, love stories, non-literary revenge. Novels adapted to ballets. Emily Bronte. Fuck. Novels set in Yorkshire. Works published under a pseudonym. British novels adapted into Kate Bush songs. I don't know it. I don't want to guess because everybody's gonna think I'm a fucking fool. Neon will bury me. Fuck. I don't know. It's Wuthering Heights. It's Wuthering Heights. I've heard of that so many times. That's what Wuthering Heights is about. Oh fuck! I had no idea it was set in Yorkshire. This is not my catfishing. 2000s debut albums, hard rock Why? Linkin Park. Why catfishing? I do nothing but extol your virtues. I preach your word in every conversation I have of the dulls. I have converted maybe not dozens, but a handful of people to your accolade. And this is what you do to me? You give me Linkin Park albums? Why? I'm so sad. Fucking, I don't know. Oh God, Linkin Park. Fucking, I don't know. Oh. Hybrid Theory. Okay, whatever. Brazilian guitar. Catfishing. Why do you torture me? We have one score. We're on question 6. Oh, it's gonna be the guy who sang like the girl from Ipanema. American comedians, American male actors, 36 births, 1990 deaths, American comedy film directors, expatriates of the United Kingdom, fantasy film directors, male comedians, comedians from Maryland, comedians from Mississippi. How are you from both? Deaths from pneumonia in New York City, Disney legends. Former Christian scientists. Oh, God. Sesame Workshop people. Former Christian scientists. Emmy Founders Award winners. Democrats. Muppet design. Is this Jim Henson? There we go. God, he was such a weird looking guy. He was a Christian scientist? Really? Huh. Establishments in New York City, American dance music groups, American disco groups, American disco musicians, American high energy groups, bands with fictional stage personas, Casablanca records artist, LGBTQ themed musical groups established in 1977, musical groups from New York City. I don't know what high energy is. Oh, that's what it is. It's the Village People. The gay icons themselves. Catholic Church in Europe. Okay, we can do this. This is the Vatican. The double exposure. Establishments in Nebraska. Disestablishments in Texas. Companies based in Houston. Companies formerly listed on the London traded over the counter. Omaha, Nebraska. Based in Texas. Is this Enron? Is this Enron? It's Enron! Oh, that's just truly pathetic. Ooh, woof. We are like the mean. There we go. My Stream Deck is not working the way it should be. I'll have to take a look at that. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap up. I have a lot of things coming, though. I have gone from not streaming games to having a whole bunch of things I want to stream. I really want to stream Silent Hill F. I bought a game called Easy Delivery Company that I might stream tomorrow. I need to stream more of Outer Wilds. Well, it's still relatively fresh. Yeah. Lots of interesting games. Anyway, I know this was kind of short, but I kind of want to capitalize on my ability to sleep at a reasonable hour. So, who shall we raid? Ooh. Let's raid Moi Moi. Moi Moi, I believe, is currently in a golden kappa train. So let's heap even more love on Moi Moi. Because Moi Moi is fucking great. Anyway, thank you so much, all of you, for hanging out with me. I appreciate you all. And until next time, which will probably be tomorrow, take care of yourselves. Bye.